Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date, we went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Yeah, so then...
Oh, wow, we really saw the face that time.
Yeah.
Pregnant.
Yeah, we haven't searched pregnant yet, so...
Broke the rules.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird in a way it hadn't been before.
So when she was tapping back and forth, that was actually them talking to each other. Because one of them had to be sleeping in the bed downstairs and the other one was up in the attic.
Ah.
So...
Just like you.
I slept in the attic? That's not how you spell attic.
Oh.
A-T-T-I-C.
No, Stacy, you slept in the bed, but your twin slept in the attic.
Yes.
You survived. She's dead.
I ate her. And not even in the womb or anything like that. It was way more hardcore. Like, I ate her
Took weeks.
I ate her as a person. Shit out her bones. What?
It's true, it happened. I saw it. I saw it.
Confirmed.
Should we look up attic, or what did you want to look up?
Cellar.
Cellar and attic.
Cellar.
She loved him.
Yeah.
Look, she holds the ring.
The bags,
She found the body.
I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
What, Dad?
Yeah, we never...
Oh, okay.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house
She always
today.
has 2
and that
cups.
was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So...
Okay, that was definitely Hannah, right? Or Eve? What's her name? The one that's crazy?
Eve is the one that lived in the basement. Eve is the one that lived, like, with... No, that would be Hannah.
Eve is the one who lived in the attic.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Eve.
Why would that be Eve?
Because
She's talking about getting rid of the body at her house. That would be Hannah, his wife.
She's pretending to be Hannah right now.
You think so, or you think this is just later on in the whole thing? Because these are all at different dates, keep in mind. So
I think that's Eve, and I think the one with the red shirt on was Hannah, because
they're pretending to be each other this whole time?
No. Hannah's pretending to be herself, and Eve is going in and pretending to be Hannah.
Yeah. But
because
just keep in mind...
Because she has 2 cups.
Yeah, but that's the only time she has 2 cups.
I really think that's Eve, because her story is inconsistent.
It doesn't really matter.
I'm tagging it!
Okay. But it doesn't really matter either way.
Okay, so...
Police.
Wait, I want to do attic.
Okay.
Ha. Here we go. No tattoo.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
So,
I think that whenever there's
who has
2
the
cups,
tattoo?
I don't know. I think it would probably be the one who married Simon, because she would want to be different.
Yeah. But except that the tattoo, if that's a snake with apples, that would signify Eve.
Yeah, I think that the person who would get the tattoo would be the one who would want to be different.
That's true.
And I think the 2 cups is some sort of indicator of something. I'm doing it.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories. Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic.
Dollhouse might be something.
Oh, yeah.
Or doll. Because remember she said, are you sure that courier could have come from anywhere? We have a doll in the attic.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture.
So that's Eve.
Lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Huh.
That's Eve.
Eve.
Pretty sure.
And I think the moth is supposed to represent Simon, saying a moth got caught in there.
Maybe?
So what did you... Dollhouse?
Or doll. Tried dollhouse.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic we left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Police.
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but
I feel like that's Eve.
I don't know. Hold on, check those 2 orange videos and see if they're on the same day. No, just look at the day of it. So it'd be the 27th of June. And then the 27th of June. So that's the same person.
Okay.
So pretty sure that's Hannah.
They're both drinking different things, though.
Yeah. So that one takes place at, 21 o'clock, whatever that is. And so they're like an hour apart, so it's...
Not even. Wait, hold on. 21. They're only a minute...
10 minutes apart,
10
so
minutes
unless they're
apart.
switching places literally in the room, like, those have to be the same person. Otherwise, they're switching outfits while... Do you know
what
what
did
I
they
mean?
say? Like, I have to go to the bathroom.
I mean, it's possible, but if Eve killed Simon, then she wouldn't be playing along with her. You know what I mean?
Maybe she showed up, and she's in a different... And this woman is in a different interrogation room. And they're like, ma'am. Like that.
I think that's...
That'd be awesome!
It's overthinking it, I think.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
So you had previously classified her as Eve, but she's talking as if she's Hannah, so...
I feel like she's acting like Eve, though. The one who killed her mother.
Yeah.
I feel like she's acting like Eve.
Possible. I mean, it's possible we could be wrong about all of them, because they could all be lying.
It could all be stories.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
So Eve killed them, and she just grimaced right before. So you're right, that was probably Hannah. So she knows that Eve killed them.
Possible.
Yeah.
You think Eve killed her parents?
Yeah, because she said there's no one had any reason to hurt them, except right at the end she goes like this.
Yeah.
So she was probably thinking about Eve.
They said it was poison from the mushrooms, so made them eat the mushrooms, maybe? I don't know.
She probably tricked them into eating that. You know?
Yeah. Mushroom?
Poison or mushroom?
Or, we could do both.
Here we go.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I don't know.
Wait.
What?
It's two people talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
I got a job to contribute, Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
So it's Hannah.
So one of them swoops their hand through their hair whenever they're nervous. I can't remember which one does which though, but one of them does that. I wonder what happened. Like, is there an end to this?
I don't know. Do we just keep querying footage for? Whoa.
I was living in the attic.
It
was a very
Eve.
hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD.
Uh-oh.
And I came down one morning and they were dead.
STD.
They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I'd slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way you would have picked death caps. But the police believed that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
If she was still, quote-unquote, sick from the STD, okay, so a lot of people... Never mind.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow, so we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig.
Blonde wig?
Hannah and I would meet up in the park.
Well, but Hannah would
I
know.
was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, in parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Alright, so...
Did you see that? We're seeing more of the face now.
What?
We saw, there, like, the face was really clear this time when you see it in the reflection.
Oh, I missed it.
It's okay.
So...
How do you...
A few things. Ouija, Carl, pregnant, Simon...
Can I look up Wee real quick?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Maybe the game will be over once we
find all the main story points.
or we fill up this gauge.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but no, he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. A long time. We got married when I was 17. Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier,
Oh God.
and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
I had a boyfriend that had a Chevy Cavalier. It's like the most white boy trying to be cool car ever.
Not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem.
So I think that clip is when she first says that he's missing.
How do I spell Ouija?
W-O-I... Wait, no, sorry. O-U-I-J-A.
That didn't seem right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like...
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind.
Oh gosh.
We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
This is fascinating.
Yes.
This is like... I'm just, seriously, when we first started playing this, I was kind of like, this is annoying. I'm bored. And now it's like so much deeper.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time.
Oh.
He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
She was the other girl.
Yeah.
He was cheating on his wife with a woman who just looked exactly like his wife, but like crazy.
But with his wife's twin. They're twins.
But he didn't know that. He thought, he was like, oh, you look... What?
Yeah.
This is just me talking shit about this guy.
No, he's an idiot. They're very clearly twins. Like, people don't just look like that, look that alike on chance. If you do this, you are a fucking moron. Okay?
First of all, if you're gonna cheat, can you at least, find someone who's not me, but crazier?
Find someone, I don't know, way hotter, so you're like, oh, okay, well, that's why.
Or no, wait. way uglier. So then when I find out, I don't feel as bad. But not somebody who looks exactly like me, but is way crazier. Because then I'm like, are you serious?
No, because if they... Well, first of all, you don't want them cheating no matter what. But, like, if they cheat with someone uglier, you're like, really? Why? Why would you do that? I'm like...
Way better looking and better.
And, like...
And I wash your underwear. What the fuck?
I fold all your clothes and I unload the dishwasher and I do everything for you.